just gonna sit. Like, just some swans in the background. I was listening to Frank Ocean earlier, and yeah, like, will y'all not get on my nerves? Like, do I have to, like, see? Okay. But yeah. So hey y'all. It's Mo, and we just coming to like chill for a sec. Because mind you, for like the past couple days I've been wanting to just write, but I didn't know like what I wanted to write about. Like I really wanted to write a poem. But yeah, I ended up just like, where did I write this actually? Okay, so I wrote this about like 10 days ago, because I was listening to the Know For Sure podcast, and like they were talking about how the one with Sharon Jackson, they were talking about like, who are you outside of your occupation and your family. Like, who are you outside of what you do and like who you are to people. And so I wrote this sort of like wish list in a way, and I just put my name in the middle, and then I wrote out things around it that yeah, I don't know, something's telling me not to show y'all. But I wrote things around it that I wanted for myself, that some things that I am, things that I want, but like things that like would literally make me up as a person. Like if I was 30, these are the things that I want to make me up as a person, right? And so yeah, I wrote that out on the 9th, and then also on the 9th I scripted what I said in like this sort of like diagram that I drew, because you know Lord is like, make it plain, you know, like all of these things, like, because like I know in my head what I want, but someone should be able to read and know what you want as well, for it to really come to fruition. So I decided to do that, and and so like today's the 19th, 10 days later, and I noticed about myself that I do like 10-day check-ins. Like within 10 days I need to release whatever's in me, you know. And I suggest that you guys do that too. Like if you like journal, if you like, even I'll just talk to myself in my notes, or like you can text yourself, or you know, if you have a therapist, go make sure that every 10 days at least you're checking in with someone who is unbiased and can hold you accountable as well, and can also is willing to see your true growth, you know. But me, like, I like to journal, I like to write, so that's how I know, like, okay, like things are happening, you know. So I was thinking about like, because you know, like the like soft life thing that be going on, I was thinking about like what that would mean for me, because like I wouldn't say it out loud, but like in my head I'd be like, I really want a soft life. But like everything that I was seeing from people with soft lives wasn't giving soft. Like it was very much giving like yeah, that looks cute, the aesthetic is nice, but like, is your heart unburdened? You know, like bitch, do you really feel good when you go home? Like, are you able to walk in the crib at 8 p.m. and not want to leave that bitch until 8 p.m. the next day, and you're just with yourself, you're just with God, you're in silence, like no one else is around you, like, you know, that wasn't giving soft for me. So and then I decided to turn on Frank Ocean this morning out the blue, and just because like I felt like he would get me in the mood to write. So then I guess like he has a song called Sweet Life, and that was playing, and I was like, that's what I want. I want my life to be sweet. I want it to taste like milk and honey in my mouth, you know? And then so underneath that I wrote promised land. And I wrote out like the things that I wanted from my life. Like from the different facets of myself that I see. So like the businesswoman side of me, I see just different things, you know. It's funny because each of these things has three things, like three main points, you know. And then like, so I wrote like the business side of me, I wrote the writer side of me, I wrote the creative side of me, and then I wrote the atmosphere, what I want that to feel like. And just being able to sort of categorize who I am, you know, and also being able to recount things that I wanted, you know. It's actually really beautiful because like going on to what made me start this video, because like, you know, like this is just like one little thing that I like wrote, and that that sort of just settled me in a way, you know. So then I opened, so this is actually like my manifest journal. This is like very much the things that I want, and like as you can see, like I've only used like not that many pages at all in this journal, you know. But this is similar to that. This is this is by Michaela at 444 The Mental. Get your journal. But this is sort of I don't know what to call this journal, because it's literally my balance journal. It's my energy journal. And you know, pretty bitch with energy to die for. This is like my growth journal for real. So in here I wrote, today's the 19th again, but the last time I wrote in this journal was on the 24th of May. And let me read to you like what I wrote on the 24th of May. I wrote, this was like a gratitude post. I wrote, smoking, depleted self-loathing, growing love, my car, my home, separation / isolation / self-dependency, weed, gloomy weather, my move, my job, rent getting paid, femininity and receiving things, my truth, and trusting myself. And I saw this list last night, and I was like, I hate this list. Like, this is not like I feel like on the 24th I was forcing myself to be grateful for things, and so it was very much just things that I could like grasp, or things that I was grappling at to make me feel good, thinking that I was building myself spiritually. So then today on the 19th, like, because I saw this list last night and I was just like, ugh, I hate this list. And I knew I wanted to write to address this, you know. And so today I wrote, ego was the driving force behind this list. These things frequently, I wrote these things regularly, but it looked like frequently, I don't know how. These things regularly stress / scare me. And I also defile them or use / be used by them inappropriately. This was actually a very honest list of how the last year has been built on broken foundations and beliefs of others. Yet I thank the Lord for the peace and pieces between the lines. He is so good and faithful. So yeah, like, that's the 24th of May. It's the 19th of July. I'm realizing that literally, like, almost all of these things is a lie to be grateful for. Or, like, because, like, two of these things, like my car and my home, the Lord's upgrading those. Both of these things He gave to me, and I'm very grateful for. But, like, separation, isolation, and self-dependency, that is ego all the way. Smoking and especially smoking weed, it's become a like a crutch, or a sort of comfort level that God can't infiltrate. Depleted self-loathing. Yes, I don't mindfully hate myself, but I also don't I'm not to the point of loving myself enough to stand up for myself, or loving myself enough to trust me the first time. Like, just doing things that I know don't add value to me or make me appreciate myself. Like, that's self-loathing behavior. Like, what is it? What's that shit called? Sabotaging, self-sabotage. Like, being fearful, gloomy weather. Like, yeah, I do love the rain, but this can also be turned into like how I was feeling that day. And I know that I was feeling very melancholy, and just sitting in just like the knowledge of knowing that, like, oh yeah, I am a like feeling like Eeyore. Like, you like the grayness and the gloominess because you feel that way all the time, because you have grown up with depression and anxiety, and that's just your reset, But just all of these things are being fucking shifted right now, are being completely upset and shifted. And at this point, I'm realizing that I don't even know who the fuck I am. I don't. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, who the fuck I am, who I really want to be. Like, I was talking to my sister last night, and I was like, bitch, as we like read the Bible and like we're really like going towards like truly understanding God, I'm realizing that I'm going to stop doing so much shit that I love to do, and that bothers me. And she was like, but that's good. I was like, no, yeah, it's very good, and it's very much like I'm proud of it, but just the reality that like I'm not gonna want to smoke weed anymore, and I love smoking weed. Like, how egotistical is that? I'm not gonna want to hang out with those people anymore, but they're fucking cool. I'm going to abstain from sex. I like having sex. Like, just the fact that like just the flesh of it all is like ugh, what the fuck. But in my head, I know this is for my betterment, this is for my good, this is really protecting me. Like my heart is going to be built up in a different way if I just let my flesh fall. But that shit is really stressful. That shit is like almost ridiculous. Not ridiculous, but just like the accountability. The fucking accountability. No one has ever really held me accountable. Like, I've never had to even really keep myself accountable. Like, just because I'd be like, oh, my Gemini moon, I'm just tripping and flipping. Like, no. Realistically, like, I've had enough to skate by. And you can't skate with God. This man is not at Cascade with Usher. He is not gonna fucking skate with you. He's going to hold you accountable. And what's funny is you're gonna want it for yourself. You're going to want it for yourself at the end of the fucking day. Like, he's going to, he's just gonna want better for you. And in turn, you're gonna want better for yourself because he gives you the desires of your heart. Like, it's him in me saying, bitch, don't smoke no more. And it's the flesh of me like, but bitch, I need to go smoke. And it's like, mind you, me smoking has been like something that I've been wanting to let go of for probably like 3 years now. Yeah, it's been a battle for 3 years. And it's like hard because I love to smoke. We don't get into that another day. But anyway, back to my thing. But yeah, so I said, so after I wrote that little paragraph, I wrote on the other page, like addressing the list. And I said, literally coming into this new season slash breakthrough slash shedding, Lord is destroying my relationship with everything that created a feeling of home, familiarity, and strength. It's scary as fuck stepping into the water with him, but unlike Peter, I will keep my eyes on him. In my fear, uncertainty, and attacks, I will look to him for support and guidance. If only it's to keep me afloat. Because God, you did it. Because I said, because God, you did it this long, keeping me afloat, keeping me sane, the peace in the pieces between, you know. I said, because God, you did it this long. You got to keep and feed and clothe me because you promised and it pleases you. Thank you. And yeah. So just touching on that, I was watching a sermon last night. And give me a second. I honestly watched a couple sermons last night, but the one I watched last night was talking about how, like, scripture about how worry doesn't add anything to your life. Matthew something. It's in Matthew, I believe, but I trust that it's in Matthew. But like, he went through the whole scripture, and he was like, he was talking about how, like, you're worried how God's gonna feed you, but God feeds the birds, and they don't pack and store, they don't nothing. He feeds a bird, and like, if you think about it, in the winter they hibernate. He gives them provision to go to this other place to still get fed. Like, so if I'm feeding a bird, why wouldn't I feed you? Why wouldn't you trust that he sees you? Like in the scripture it said, are you of less value than them? Not. Like, the fact that they said he clothes the daisies. Like, he clothes the daisies. Why wouldn't he clothe you? And you ain't even as fly as a daisy. Get into it. Like, the shit we put on, we don't even look close to a daisy. But the Lord still clothes them. So why wouldn't he feed us? Why wouldn't he clothe us? Why wouldn't he provide for us when he literally gave us dominion over the earth? He literally created a whole system of planets and freaking soil and animals and food and growth and vegetation, and said, this is all yours. But he would stop at rent for August. Like, what? Like, he would just be like, that's my cutoff. No, like, never, 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 never will he leave or forsake. Like, never, never. So, yeah. So that was my little, positivity rant that I'm gonna have to rewatch in like 2 weeks, but it's okay. It's okay. And yeah. So I got into that. And so with the question, what is your total self? Ultimately being the driving force of this entire like revelation and backtracking. I wrote a shadow work prompt on the 24th of March. And it was I Am What I Am by King Von, because we love King Von, R.I.P. King Von. And so the lyrics, I am what I am, what I'm not, so y'all never be. And I was just like, so I asked my question, what about you is true? And within that truth, what about you is true and that you wouldn't want to change? Like, I am who I am, what I'm not, so I'll never be. Like, what are you? And how do you defend those parts of you when you're uncomfortable? And like defend the parts of you that are like signed, sealed, delivered, you know, that you fuck with about yourself. How do you defend those parts of yourself? And are those truths honest to you? And at first I tried to write it on the 24th, and I couldn't finish it. So like I started out with I am a white, and that was it, and that's all I could get. And then on the 29th, I ended up being able to come back, and I was able to finish I am a white light. Kindness, giving, nature, naive, innocent, intuitive, and raw honesty. And yeah, those are all the things that are true about me, that I love about me. And yeah, I said, to answer the second part of the question, I said, I do not defend. I sacrifice my true feelings. I allow those things to be taken advantage of by being quiet and keeping frustrations or pain to myself. So, yeah. So basically, my kindness is taken advantage of. The natural giving and catering that I have within me is taken advantage of. I'm taken advantage of because of my naiveness, my innocence. I take advantage of my intuition, and in my raw honesty, I do sacrifice that. I sacrifice that more often than not, because like how I'm able to be like this, like raw and uncut, like yeah, fuck the bullshit, like bitch, we're cutting onions in this bitch, like we're making the onions, like I don't care. So it's like people aren't able to handle that, especially because I don't want, like, I don't know, I used to think I'm not very good at small talk, but I sort of am. Like I can entertain any type of conversation just because of me always having people come up to me and talk to me since I can remember like being young. Like I feel like at 6 I just had the gift of being able to speak to people and people being able to speak to me. So yeah, like I can be that for you, and I can be like a very much safe space for people to come to. But being myself, me being able to come to you, what? Baby, what? And being able to sit here and talk to you like this, but this is why I talk to myself. Because I can get to myself. I can give myself to me. But anybody else, but yeah. But then that bites me in the ass, stabs me in the heart, and twists the knife. Because shutting up to everybody makes it so that I don't really have the space for my emotions to flow out. Like they sort of just sit, like right before my fucking throat chakra. So they're in my heart, like they just sit. And so it's hard for me to process emotions. It takes me a while to process emotions because I just fucking eat them instead of defend or even communicate myself, you know? And then I said, to answer, are these truths honest to you? Again, my truths were kindness, giving nature, naiveness, innocence, intuition, and raw honesty. I said, they are truer to others than they are to me. None of these truths are received by me, so I guess not. I'm lying to myself, so I must be lying to them too. And then I ended up writing, they will love your honesty before they respect you for a lie. And I forgot where I got that from. But on this day, I sort of decided to shift how I viewed myself in like my real intimate relationships. Like I think that's the day that I realized that I would be okay with leaving somebody because we both created a space that wasn't conducive to me. Like I think that was the day where like I was just like, okay, like now you need to find new relationships. And similarly, I wrote another shadow work prompt on the 2nd of April, and it's called Remember Me by Umi. And the line was, will you remember me? Will you remember me the way that I was? And this was basically like two past lovers. And a lover can be a friend, a romantic partner, parent, family member, bosses, anyone that I loved. Because I feel like we focus more so on like the intimate relationships, that even like the surface level ones. Like if you're truly trying to work in your purpose and you're always walking in your light, you literally love every moment of the day. You love in everything that you do. So yeah, like I love when I wash dishes because I'm putting love into that, because I operate in that, you know? So I asked myself, do you want your past to remember you, like your past lovers and relationships, to remember you the way that you were when they belonged to you? Do you want them to be a part of you now? And if so, would the memory serve you? And I wrote, I don't want my past to remember the me I was while with them. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I was pretending and fitting into who I thought they needed me to be so I would be kept around. Ego. I needed love and community so badly that I refused to be enjoyed, but needed by those individuals, and that breeded unintentional and false narratives of my character. The person I am now is too much to handle for those people. The memories would not allow me to grow properly within the relationships, and they would either call me to shrink or the relationship to end worse than it did previously. I am too healed and not healed enough for past Monique and those endeavors to infiltrate my peace and kindness today. Boom. Boom. Bitch, what else is there to say after that? What fucking else is there to say after that? What? I am too healed and not healed enough for the past and for past relationships and past me to infiltrate my peace and kindness today. Yeah. 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 And I think that this part is the true villain era. This of like knowing that you're worth so much more than even what you did a minute ago. Like, baby, yesterday's price is not today's price. I am not the same me I was. Hell, let's talk about this experience 10 days ago than I am today. So no. So just the act of choosing yourself, the act of intentionally because let me talk to myself. Because yes, this is beautiful and this is working and this is growing, like yes. But also really dead ass standing on that shit. Like dead being like, You're not gonna fucking play with me like that. You're not gonna play with me like that. And yeah, because really ultimately, like, yeah, they're playing with you, but you was playing first. Like, you were playing first. And each time that you know that your price went up and you let niggas get you on a discount, bitch, you're only shitting yourself. Because them niggas are used to paying the regular price. Them niggas used to paying that little $20. When they don't know that, bitch, you are at fucking 100. That it's 120 now. You giving them niggas $100 fucking discount on you? You're tripped out. You're tripped out. You're fucking insane. Bitch, $100? $100 fucking dollars? Bitch, you know how much energy that is? Like, you can't even fucking put a monetary value on this shit that I'm doing. And you skimping niggas? You, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No. No. I fucking refuse, bitch. I fucking refuse. I fucking refuse. Are you crazy? No, ma'am. So, yeah. Yesterday's price is not fucking today's price. The shit that you want to change needs to be changed. Because let's get into it. If you're doing the old shit at a new price, how are motherfuckers gonna know the difference? How are they gonna know that your value went up if you're not in valuable spaces and places? How would they know? It's time to grow the fuck up. It's time to grow the fuck up and get the fuck on. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. But this was a good little pep talk. This was cute. This was fun. And I also wanted to talk about how the fact that this took from March 24th, right? It started from March 24th. Yeah. March 24th. That was when I started out the I Am Who I Am shadow work. And mind you, the total self question, what is your total self? I got that shit on the 20 probably on like the 23rd of March. So I asked myself, or I got the revelation, what is your total self? On the fucking 23rd of March. On the 24th of March, I answered that I am who I am shadow work prompt. Then I did the remember me on the 2nd of April. Mind you, I had prompts in between there, but on the 2nd of April, I wrote the remember me shadow work prompt. And then on the 24th, I wrote that egotistical gratitude post. On the 24th of May, and today, July 19th, 2022, all of that shit shed. This is work. This is work, my God. Like, almost 4 months. Ooh. Ooh. It is work, my God. It is work. And it is just the desire to love yourself, to want better for yourself. to see yourself at a higher standard and to do this shit. To fucking do this shit. Like, please. Please. That's how you can say yesterday's price is not today's price. Because, bitch, I remember when I did not fucking like me. I remember when I was letting motherfuckers talk to me crazy. I remember, like, what? I remember. That's why, as well, y'all need to keep log of all your shit. Because I'm turning back to shit in 2020. Like, I'm remembering shit from 2020 that manifested in 2021. And then when I was writing out the plan for this video, today is the 19th, 2022. I put 7/19/2023. Let's see where I am in a year by listening and being obedient. Let's see. Because he really be on time. So let's fucking see. But anyway, y'all, I hope that you enjoyed and I hope that you got something from this. Keep pushing. Shit is fucking stressful, but keep pushing. Keep trusting yourself. Keep wanting better for yourself. Keep demanding better for yourself. And yeah, I will always be here. And I love you. I like you. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or motherfucking night. And yeah, bitch, let's get fucking on it.